What's up guys, Brad here, and we are back with another recent pickup video. So once again, as always, maybe this is going to be a new trend. I just keep finding stuff relatively cheap and at good prices. So I got a lot to show you guys, mainly Xbox, original Xbox games. As I'm going to tell you, if you're looking for a console to collect for and you want stuff really cheap, easy way to maybe fill up a system, this is the way to go. I think I would probably say the most expensive thing I've paid for on the original Xbox is between $10 and $12. So yeah, I know there are more expensive games like Conker's Live and Reloaded, which I'm hoping to get at some point in the future here. And you know, Stubbs the Zombie and stuff like that. There are expensive games on the system, but it's nowhere near when compared to like collecting for the SNES, NES. Even original PlayStation has a couple games that are pretty expensive. So, and the thing is, there's not a lot of them. So if you're looking for it, like, you know what, there's maybe 5 games that are expensive on the original Xbox, I would say. Whereas like PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, even PlayStation 2 realistically, like that's the same generation. PlayStation 2, the Silent Hill games themselves probably go for about, you know, somewhere around 60 to 100, depending on how you find the deal. It seems like a lot of people are pricing their games a lot higher now too than, you know, if you go to pricecharting.com, which is kind of where I usually judge my the prices. And usually I try to shoot for below what they, you know, their prices, either below, or if I really want the game, I'll pay what it says, but I don't really want to try to pay more than what they have their complete game set at. So yeah, you know, this is basically what it is. So, but before we do all this stuff, what we're going to do is we're going to start actually with PlayStation 1, go to the PlayStation 2, show maybe a couple of the other things, and then we'll do all Xbox afterwards, because Xbox is just a mound. So let's jump right into it. All right, so our first thing is actually an accessory. I just got this in the mail, and it is my Brawler 64 gamepad. For the N64, I wanted to grab this to have a actual somewhat reliable controller. As we all know, the original N64 controllers, the joysticks, man, they just suck. And I have one really good controller from the like original N64. Don't really want to wear that out too bad. So I thought, why not? I'll get a more, you know, modern controller for the N64 and play a bunch of games on that. So I want to pick up a couple more N64 games in the future. Specifically, like the Duke Nukem games and Turok games. I want to get those. So this will be great for that. The other weird thing I would say is I actually found this at the Salvation Army for $1.99. And I'm like, what the hell is this? This is some weird like Pokemon computer thing where you, I guess, can create stickers and cards and stuff for yourself. So I actually have the game in my PC. I was trying to make it work, but it doesn't seem to work on Windows 10. So I would like to try to find a way to actually get it to run and just to see what it looks like. But I thought it was kind of a cool pickup. And I actually might just sell this because you know, maybe there's somebody who's like a Pokemon collector that actually would want it. All right, so we'll get into PlayStation 1. So all of them except for one game I found at Salvation Army also. So Black Dawn, I've never even heard of this. And it's in, you know, somewhat decent condition for Salvation Army find. It's got the manual and everything. But pretty weird game. I was surprised. So originally I picked it up and I'm like, I don't know. I'm not really a big like flying kind of, I don't know. I'm not really into like air combat and stuff. I usually get like, it's almost too much. I almost get like sick from it. But this was crazy how fast it is and stuff. It's actually kind of cool. So I was kind of happy to actually, you know, put it in and be surprised that it's not bad. Next, we got Gran Turismo 2. Found this also at the Salvation Army for, you know, $1.99. And it does not come with the simulation disc. I'm not going to actually open this because the manuals fly out and it's kind of hard one-handed to put them back in. So it does have both manuals and it has the arcade disc, and the arcade disc is really nice. But I got to just find the simulation disc. But I was happy enough to have it, so because at least the case looks pretty good. This I did not grab from the Salvation Army, but I got it from my favorite eBayer, and that is like Filter 2. last video got Siphon Filter 1. So this was like, I think $3 or something like that, and it's complete, looks great. Everything looks and plays great. Games aren't scratched at all. Just has that one little sticker and stuff, but really happy. Now I just got to find the third one, and I've got the first 3 that are on the PlayStation 1. PACMAN World, I actually have, which you'll see later on, the original Xbox. I grabbed the second game for my girlfriend because she played that as a kid. Found this actually at the Salvation Army. Was like super happy. I'm like, oh, look at that. That's kind of cool. So, hey, for $1.99, why not? And we'll see. I'll actually see how it plays compared to like the second game. The second game controls are a little. It's mainly the camera. The camera is just really rough in the second game, but this one, who knows, maybe it's even worse. And lastly, I've got Namco Museum Volume 1. I actually already own this. I have the case in the game, didn't have the manual. Found this, same thing, $1.99. Might as well, it's an upgrade. So why not? Disc is super clean. It's actually a way better condition than the one I already owned, because I owned that from when I was a kid. So works out pretty well for me. All right, we'll do PlayStation 2. So I'm going to show you guys a stack of games just because of the one I just picked up. So I got Mortal Kombat Armageddon, and I picked this up, and I was really happy because now I have all of the Mortal Kombat games. So there's Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, Armageddon, Deception, and Deadly Alliance, all of them for PlayStation 2, and they're all complete. So I was pretty happy to end up getting all of them pretty much. So now I just got to find the ones for the PlayStation 1, and I pretty much have every Mortal Kombat game that there is, at least for disc-based wise. So, well, all right, every version that is available disc-based for the consoles that I have, I should say. So I don't have like the Xbox versions and whatnot. I actually used to have Trilogy for the N64, but I got rid of that. So I did end up picking up, though, Scarface, The World Is Yours. Got this actually for a pretty cheap price compared to what it goes for. It seems like it goes for right around $20. I ended up picking up for like $12, I think. And it ends up, it works great, complete and stuff. The spine seems to be a little stiff. And yeah, it seems like a pretty cool game. I actually think it looks really cool. And lastly, this is actually a game I've been looking for quite a while because it looks so much fun. Urban Reign. So this is actually a really expensive game. Like, people are selling this for like... Okay, when I say really expensive, expensive to me is like anything above $20. And I know that sounds probably crazy, but for $20 basically, because I've been picking up everything for basically $10 and under. And for this was about, I paid, I think, $18 for this. And I'm pretty happy for that price and stuff, because it seems like it goes for about, 20, 25, 30, something like that. People are really ramping up the price for this. And this looks like an awesome game. I think it actually has like a Tekken fighting system in it. So, there's a lot of juggling and stuff. Looks really cool. Plus, the main guy's name is Brad. Almost forgot one more game that I picked up at the Salvation Army, and that's Dead to Rights. So, I don't know if you remember last video. I actually picked this up on the original Xbox. As I said, I paid a little bit more money for it. But for this one, I paid, $1.99. And this is a, like, near brand new version of the game. It doesn't have anything on it, literally. The disc doesn't have anything on it. It's super stiff. Everything feels amazing. So really happy to add this, as the Xbox version didn't have everything. A little sad about that, as I didn't know because it was behind the counter. But hey, whatever, it is what it is. But now we're going to go into the Xbox. All right, first up, we've got Fable. You've pretty much got to have this game. But I will mention first, when I bought my Xbox, I didn't realize that I guess there's a version of the Xbox that doesn't work well with some games, and mine is one of those. So basically, you can't play this game in 480p or higher, as it has this weird screen, basically. So I'll actually put a picture of it to let you guys see what I'm talking about. And basically, it happens with a bunch of games that I have, like 3 of them or something like that. So this is one of them, but it works if you just go into the settings and turn it off from the whatever. So if you have that problem, you know, that could be your reason. It's not the game or whatever. I actually thought originally it was the game because it was the first game that happened with, but obviously super happy to pick up Fable as it's a phenomenal game. Next, I also got Brute Force from the same guy I got Fable. And this was their real big push, and I actually played this when I was younger. So this was like being pushed along with their, you know, Halo at the time. Like, I think they wanted this to be the next Halo. And I actually think it was a pretty good game. So I have to still go back and play it. You know, a little damage up here, but not too big of a deal. Next, got a couple games I actually got for free from my girlfriend, because their family has a bunch of Xbox games, but they don't touch them. But I feel bad because, I don't know, I kind of feel bad taking stuff for free. But we got Oddworld Odyssey, and you know, a lot of sticker damage stuff, and their games are in pretty rough condition when it comes to like the underneath them. If you can look at it, I feel like it doesn't come up on the disc like when you show in the video, but they're scratched up, but they still work. So I'm at least just happy for, hey, for free, why not? It's not a big deal. You might see my cat. He's coming around. Next, I got Gun. I also got that from. This is by far the worst condition out of all of them. If you look at the disc, it's just brutal. But it works. So why not? We got Oddworld, Stranger's Wrath. Thankfully, all of these are actually complete. And lastly, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, Tides of War. Cat's coming up. And this is the last game I got for free from her. And who knows, maybe I'll end up grabbing a few more from them, depending on, you know, stuff. As I said, I feel bad, but they have a ton of stuff. All right, this is a game I picked up, so Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance, and I actually didn't even pay $6. I paid $5. The guy gave me a deal or whatever, but thankfully, those stickers come off pretty easily, and this is actually a pretty clean version for it, so I was happy to grab this. I think this is actually the definitive version to get Metal Gear Solid 2. I think it's one of the, at least it's one of the better versions to get for it, so happy about that. Then I actually purchased a different game, and I had to bring it back because it wasn't working. The disc was like broken, and I ended up picking up Suffering, Ties That Bind. So this is basically what the game goes for online. If you look, it's about $15, and you know, complete. So as I said, I really don't like to pay $15 or like what it says for a complete game, but I really do want this game, and it was local. Why not? I'll pick it up. So I'm actually pretty happy about that. And then this is a game that's actually one of the rare occurrences where it's under the value, and it's $2.99. I think it goes for like $5-6 complete. Outlaw Golf 2. So I actually think I picked up one of the volleyball games you'll see later on, and I actually think the volleyball game's pretty good. I actually do like golf games, so hey, why not? Something, I'm sure it's got some weird quirks to it, so it'll be pretty fun. And then we got Tenchu, Return from Darkness. I think this actually also is right around what it is complete in box. So, not too big of a deal. Oh, let's see. Complete. And I'm getting 13, so don't really know much about this game, but looks pretty cool. I guess it's a Blockbuster rental. But it looks pretty cool. I like the art style from it, from the looks of it. Looks like it actually will probably hold up pretty well because of the style that they decided to choose. Alright, and I was happy actually to grab these because from my childhood, I played these, I played the original one on the GameCube with one of my old childhood friends. So I was pretty happy to pick it up for the Xbox. And this one is complete, as you can see here, where this one I sadly no manual, but you know, not too big of a deal. Maybe I'll be able to find a manual somewhere out there in the wild. Next, we've got PSYOPs, the Mindgate Conspiracy. actually been looking for this for a while on PlayStation 2, and it usually costs pretty good amount of money. I think it's like $15. $15, but I got this I think for like $5. So for the Xbox version, so why not? Can't go wrong with it. Then we got Pac-Man World 2. This is the Platinum Hits version. I don't want it to be a Platinum Hits version, but, you know, as I said, I mainly bought this for my girlfriend. And I bought this from that online eBayer that I absolutely love, where I get most of my games super clean and amazing. Here it is. This is pretty much brand new. So I was really happy about that also. Next, we've got Max Payne. And we do have it for PS2, but I wanted to grab it for Xbox. I think this is actually the better version. I heard that the aiming in the PlayStation 2 version is significantly worse, which is why, and I'm just going to sell the PS2 versions. So I do think, though, that this is, from the looks of it, it's a different case. I think it's a 360 case or something, maybe. But it's fine for now. Maybe I'll find like some cheap game I could swap it into. Max Payne 2 also, as you see, obviously. So, nice complete. Got those pretty stupid cheap. Actually got them all together with the Urban Reign, excuse me, for the PlayStation 2. Then we got Tilefang Festivalotis. This game, I don't know why it says $13.95. I don't know who the hell would pay $13.95. I don't know. I haven't even tried this game. I just got this in the mail. But I don't think this was too great of a game, but I only paid like $1.90 something for it. So got it shipped with that Urban Reign game. Not bad, not bad. And the final game I got from that same batch, Mace Griffin Bounty Hunter. Same thing, I think I paid like $1 or something for this. So can't go wrong with it. Looks like a decent little shooter thing. But all right, this actually is not my game. It is my friend's, my best friend. He brought it over because he, was telling me about it and stuff. And it's surprisingly a more expensive game. So, and he did not treat his games very well. As you see, there's Medal of Honor. He didn't even realize he had 2 games in here. So, but landed that. This is one of the most beat up games I've ever seen in my life. He did not treat it very good. So the game still works, but it skips a little bit. And I don't know. I'm going to see maybe if he wants to like sell it to me, or who knows, maybe he'll just give it to me or something. But as I said, definitely not in the best condition. But hey, it's better than paying the like $20 to $40 that it's going for right about now. And maybe I could just bring it to the store and have it buff it out for $5. So it is what it is. Then we got New Legends. This I tried out. It is pretty weird. Well, another movie gallery. There we go. Gotta love that movie gallery place. But it was really weird when I tried it out yesterday. Here's the Outlaw Volleyball I was talking about. It actually was pretty fun. I gotta say, not a bad volleyball game if you like it. I think you can even fight people. Okay, so this is obviously a pretty known game, but this is in one of the worst conditions I've seen a game in quite a while. Obviously, pretty bad case there. A lot of water damage and stuff. Manual game, though, not bad. These are in good condition. Just the outside of the case. So, gonna be looking for another case for this, and I'll be pretty happy about it. Kabuki Warriors. I picked this up for $2 at the place also, at the Retro Game Shop. It's $2.99, whatever. I was like, you know what? It sells for more than that if you're buying it on eBay. This is one of the things where it's kind of getting a little bit of a deal. This game is not worth it. This is one of the worst games I think I've ever played in my life. So, yeah. Unless you're collecting and you just want to have every game, I would steer away from this thing. All right, another game I was really looking for on the PlayStation 2, The Warriors. Another Rockstar game. Obviously, it's going to be quality. Super excited about grabbing this. I've actually been looking for it for a while. And I got it for I think it's like $8 to $10, something like that. somewhere around there. All right, next we got Phantom Dust. So this is Xbox exclusive. I've actually been looking for this a little bit too. Heard really good things about it. And, you know, yeah, game's got a sticker on it, and case isn't in the greatest condition. But for what I paid, it wasn't bad. I think I got it for like, same thing, $8 to $10, whatever. And I think it definitely goes for a little bit more than that. But I don't really care too much about what the games look like. Obviously, I want them to look a little better. But for right now, it's fine. And then maybe later on down the road, if I decide to go for a full set, I'll try to like upgrade the cases and whatnot if I find them out there. So pretty happy about it. This got Bards Tale here. So found this actually for $5, and it's actually a pretty cool game. So it's basically Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance kind of. I think it has that same engine, Champions of North, Baldur's Gate kind of thing. So those games are really fun. So I'm really glad about grabbing that. Don't know if I showed this yet, but Lord of the Rings. I think I might have. I don't know. Might have showed Lord of the Rings before. But here it is again. If I have. Thief Deadly Shadows. Got this also from that eBayer that I absolutely love. And there it is. Super clean. I actually remember playing this when I was younger. Painkiller Hello Wars. So I actually swapped the case for this because the case was just ripped in half, basically, the plastic part of it. The artwork itself was actually in pretty good condition, but the case was just destroyed. So I swapped it with another game I had, and I'm actually going to try to sell it. And I actually picked up that game again. So I got it in the last video. You'll see it again here soon. Because I'm going to sell it. I don't really care. Who cares? You know, maybe somebody will want to buy it for cheap. So that's kind of why I grabbed it. Halo, just getting it. Obviously, you know, I've played through it and stuff. Gotta have it in my collection. It is, you know, and it's just such an essential game for the Xbox. So throw it in. Doesn't feel that bad, really. I mean, for how old this game is, it still feels good. Serious Sam 2. The first game is actually the one that I had to return to the game store that I picked up that wasn't working, that the disc was bad. But second one is working. Gonna have to find the first one again. It was pretty sad, actually, because I really wanted to play the first one. Gallion. You know, it's another exclusive. And I paid less than what it's going for. I think I paid like around $5-6 for it. And here is the game that I picked up for, again, because this is a way cleaner version than the one I had last time. The other one had water damage on the back. I don't know if you remember. And, you know, it didn't have the manual either. So this is a really clean version of it. So I just used that case that had the water damage stuff, swapped it. So that's a really beat up version of Tomb Raider now. But hey, as I said, somebody may want it for, you know, sell it to them cheap for just them to be able to play the game. Then Far Cry Instincts. This is a really beat up, obviously, tons of stickers on it. And this game is not that great. It's pretty slow going. It takes like 3 minutes for the frickin' intro video to load and everything too. So, but hey, you know, for $4, not a bad deal. Anyways, that's it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. I don't want to say that's it. That's a hell of a stack right there. But hopefully you enjoy, guys, and I'll see you next time. Different, like it's that different look.